let's go. The PQ Performance System is live. Power, Purpose, and Passion. Ready to go live on all the other platforms?
Record on this episode in 3, 2, 1.
Leaders and healers, gamers and claimers, ladies and gentlemen from around the universe, from around the globe, from around the community, thank you for joining us on the Power, Purpose, and Passion podcast. I am your host, Anthony Cheam, life coach, speaker, author, trainer, friend to you who are joining this live, passively or actively in your cars, or wherever you are in the world. We're here to serve you. This is a podcast dedicated to help you claim your power, clarify your purpose, and cultivate your deepest, widest, and highest passions possible. So then you can ultimately show up as the best version of yourself, a better version, more sharper version, wiser version, more loving version of yourself, so you can ultimately inspire others to do the exact same as we evolve together as human beings and take care of this wonderful world we call planet Earth. So thank you for joining us today. I'm stoked for this Q&A session. And Cam, you're joining us live from Chatham. How you doing, man?
I am doing so good. What better time to talk about happiness when you're happy? So I'm excited. I'm excited for this topic. I'm a happy person. I'm pumped. I'm excited. Life is good. I wake up feeling blessed.
Yes.
And I really just, all I want is for everybody to feel this, you know?
Yes,
so
you got it.
I promise you, each and every person listening right now, if you listen to what Anthony has to say and you actually apply it and you take the risks, you take that leap of faith, whatever he's going to tell you to do, it might seem scary, It might seem out of your comfort zone, but really, the feeling of bliss and happiness that you're going to feel just in your everyday consistent life will completely outweigh this like little bit of discomfort trying something new and trying to go out of the box, you know? So that's all I got to say.
Yes, you got
Go take it away.
Thanks, Cam, for that. Thanks for sort of prefacing the whole episode on the key to happiness. Now, this is such a broad subject. I can talk about this for hours, but I want to start you out and to Marina Lintz on Instagram. Thank you for joining us, and other people on the other platforms. Thank you. On this particular Q&A, I was asked on the weekend, what's one of the keys to happiness? And I was thinking, wow, that's such a broad question, but because I'm just a happy, naturally go-lucky type guy that just wants to continue to grow and serve. And that's part of the actual key to happiness. And let me just read you something I read a long time ago by a guy named John Stuart Mill. He had one of the highest IQs in the history of human beings. Anyway, since they've been testing about the IQs. But anyways, he said this: those only are happy who have their minds fixed on some object other than their own happiness, on the happiness of others, on the improvement of mankind, even on some art or pursuit, followed not as a means, but as itself an ideal end. Aiming thus at something else, they find happiness by the way. Wow. What an amazing quote. I love that, by one of the smartest guys in history in terms of IQ test scoring. And one of the things that I got from that quote such a long time ago is not focusing on your own happiness, but on the happiness of others, on serving the greater good, on living out your purpose, sharpening your skills, as Cam talked about, getting yourself a little bit uncomfortable and being okay with being uncomfortable, and pursuing something great about mankind, or making the world better, business better, education better, your family life better, your health better, not as an end, but as itself the key to happiness. And you will find happiness as a byproduct of pursuing that, other than your own happiness. I found for me 3 things that are the keys to and again, this is generally speaking in my own estimation, my own calculation of happiness. And number 1 is purpose. We've talked about purpose a lot, living out your purpose, discovering what your purpose is. And if you don't know what your purpose is, let me tell you something. Make discovering your purpose your purpose. Make discovering your purpose your purpose. If you don't know what it is, discover it. Study it. Study people who are living purposefully, passionately, powerfully. Read books, attend seminars, go to religious resorts or spiritual, retreats, stuff like that. Whatever you got to do, go and find it. Go at it relentlessly, whatever, through work or through your passion, through music, through art, whatever it might be. That's the first thing. Purposefully, passionately, and powerfully. Number 2, I would say make service your number 1 goal. And I remember hearing one of my mentors say a long time ago, Anthony, you want to serve so much value that whatever you're getting in terms of monetary value for an exchange for the service you give, you want to give 10 times the value than that you're getting in return. So if I'm getting paid, let's say $1,000 or $10,000, whatever it might be, I'm going to give $100,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 worth of value that that what I'm giving to them totally outweighs anything I'm getting in return. So serve the people around you, go that extra mile, make other people, make other people more important than anything that's in the momentary challenges or problems in your life that are currently a problem in your life. And what I've discovered is this, as Khalil Gibran said so long ago, we do not solve problems, we outgrow them. And I remember thinking, really contemplating, reflecting on what he said about that. And I just remember thinking, wow, we don't solve problems, we outgrow them. And part of outgrowing our challenges and personal problems in life and our obstacles that inevitably show up that life gives us or we create for ourselves is to help us be better, to serve better, and to love better, and to be an instrument of peace, of equanimity, of compassion, of passion, of joy, and to spread it as much as you possibly can while you are here on this planet Earth, this wonderful Earth. And let me tell you something, when it comes to the first one, when it comes to living purposefully, when it comes to living with service on your mind, as the Bible, Jesus said so long ago, those who will be first will be last, those who will be last will be first. Be a servant to all, because those who serve find a way to serve the people around them better than anybody else will be the greatest of money, will be the greatest leaders. And I often remember one of my original mentors said to me, or I heard him say on an audio program, say, I don't want to be a leader to a bunch of servants. I want to be a servant to a bunch of leaders. That's one little minute shift. Don't be a leader to a bunch of people serving you. Be a servant to the bunch of leaders around you, and you will be the leader. That literally took my mind in a shift, because I was trying to be the leader when I wasn't focusing on serving, but serve other people. Love other people where they are. Understand and appreciate where they are. Give to them a quality of joy, of love, of compassion and attention and presence. And I promise you, happiness will be the byproduct of that. I know I said 3 things. The first one was purpose. The second one was service. And the third one was this. Do what you love to do. Do what you absolutely love to do. And never stop doing it. Make sure that your day is occupied by as much things that you love to do on a daily basis. If it's reading books, then read books. If it's Cam, who loves music, who loves doing his YouTube channel and his comicality thing, I was watching it the other day, fantastic for you. He's doing what he loves to do. He's living purposefully, passionately, and powerfully, not for some outcome out there, but because that's what his heart, his gut, and his soul and his spirit are telling him what to do. And because of it, he literally bumps into happiness as a byproduct of it. Not as a end, but because he's living it out now. He loves music. He produces music. He's on this podcast with me, helping me. He's serving me to spread my message. Anthony Cheam's message. This is really not my message. I just, if it's common wisdom, I learned it from somebody. This is not me. I'm just trying to be another sort of instrument or a conduit on the web of life to share what I've learned from my mentors, my leaders, the people I admire and respect. So with that being said, first and foremost, let's repeat this purposefully. If you don't know what your purpose is, go and find it. Make your purpose, discovering your purpose. Number 2, serve other people the greater than you've ever served in your life. And part of that is to know who you are, sharpen who you are, and become the best and better version and upgrade yourself on a consistent basis as best as you possibly can. And number 3, whatever you love to do, do it. Make sure you make time to do the things you love to do. I love music. I'm learning guitar right now, and I'm getting better each week. Each week I'm learning new songs. I'm just loving it. And I want to be able to eventually play the violin and the flute and drums. And I want to be able to speak, 10 different languages. And, and those are all possible. And it's because I just love to learn different things in life and about people, about success, about happiness, about failure, about poverty, about success, whatever it might be. I want to learn as much as I can and grow as much as I can so I can take it all in and then share my experience with other people and become a source of inspiration and love for everyone around me on this podcast, abroad, family, friends, colleagues, people I don't even know on the street. I just want to serve. And that's why for me, no matter what happens in my life, I always keep those 3 things in mind. Am I living purposely? Am I living sort of in the edge of my comfort zone? There's no growth in your comfort zone, no comfort in your growth zone, right? Am I serving other people and not focusing on my challenges and problems all the time? because I realize that my problems literally, I outgrow them. My problems literally go away or are solved in the presence of me serving, living purposefully, of serving and doing what I love to do. And when I'm at that state of purpose, of service and doing what I love to do and feel like I was meant to do, then my problems seem like so small, but they almost dissolve in that energy field. If I guess, I don't know, I never said it that way before, but that's what it feels like when you are living at higher states of awareness, higher states of consciousness, giving of yourself, serving other people, living purposefully, continuously growing, and doing what you love to do, and just learning as much as you can, contributing as much as you can. The problems, they're outweigh. They can't be helped out, but be completely smashed by all the joy and love and the happiness and fulfillment that comes out of living that way. So, Cam, what do you think about that, man? Anything to add to that?
You know, you basically said it all, honestly. No, I agree. Before you know what your purpose is, make it your purpose to find your purpose, because that basically is part of the journey. The part of the journey is discovering why you're here. If you knew from day one, it'd be kind of boring. There'd just be like but really, like, discovering why you're here, and why you're here today might not be the same reason you're here tomorrow. Like, I know that for a fact. Amen. I can't find myself making YouTube videos until I'm 30. I definitely think that that I'm going to be evolving. I'm going to make music. I'm going to do tours. I might make a movie at some point. Who knows? That's something that I really want to do with my future. But like, make finding your purpose your purpose. And really, like you said, the problems that you thought were problems, it's almost like purpose and meaning is, Wayne Dyer sort of popularized Carl Jung's quote, that the afternoon of life, right? In the afternoon of life, once you live your life on purpose and with meaning, all of a sudden, these things you thought were problems are meaningless. They're like... you kind of laugh at them, like, wow, I actually cared about that. And you move on, like, just so easily. And that's why in the face of any issue, ask yourself, like, first and foremost, besides my problems, am I living an inspired life? Do I feel inspired with what I'm doing every day?
Yes.
If you're not, then that's probably the source of your problems. It's just the fact that you're miserable. You're not doing anything that you feel in your heart means something. So that's a big thing for me, of course.
You know what? You make a tremendous point. Two things I would like to add to that. You're right. I never stop sharpening and going deeper with my purpose. I always ask myself, why am I really doing this? Am I doing this to write another book, or for my own ego? Or am I really doing this for love of the universe, for the divine, for God, for my neighbor, for making this world better? Am I doing this to enhance love and to become an instrument of love? And thank you for Isaac PAA for making that comment. Live to learn and learn to live. Thank you so much for that comment, man. Absolutely agree. I love that. And to also add to that as well, that once you enter and grow, for the people out there, it'd be interesting for you guys to read and to research this stuff, but it's called something called spiral dynamics and integral theory. And you don't necessarily have to understand it, but it is definitely something you may want to look into. It talks about the levels of consciousness. And as you grow as you grow through the 8 or 6 or 8 levels of consciousness, depending on which area you're studying, as Cam said, you grow, you look down at what you used to think was important. Those aren't important anymore. Trying to fit in is no longer an issue. You're just living. You're expressing yourself fully, and then you get to a level where you're just integrating everything, and you just don't. In fact, it's not even a problem anymore, because again, you've outgrown them. You are in an afternoon of your life. You're not being dictated by your ego. You're not living with ambition so much anymore, but through meaning and the giving of yourself and making other people feel better about their life and spreading love and wisdom through your particular role or your particular delivery system that you use, whether it be music or work or family or whatever it might be, or podcasts, whatever it might be, to make the world better. And as you grow and as you develop mentally, physically, emotionally, in your soul and your spirit, you're just going to be a greater conduit through love and wisdom to flow. And there's no greater wisdom than love, no more love than to live that wisdom out fully with every breath of your body, with every fiber of your being, with every connection in your brain, to enhance that, to magnify it, to amplify it. So with that being said, you guys, I just want to again recap this again, the three things in terms of the three keys to happiness. And again, that's living purposefully. If you don't know what your purpose is, just continue to grow, continue to search what that purpose is. And Albert Einstein said, man was brought here for one reason, for other men. And that was generically speaking for all humans. And I would add to that, for life on planet Earth as a whole, not just for other men, but for animals, for plants. We need to take care of our Earth. We do. It's the only Earth we have right now anyway, until we find another Earth to go to. We got to take care of our planet that nourishes our body. We got to take care of our ozone layer. We got to take care of our grass, our air, all these things. We're all, and people that think that we're not all one, trust me when I say this, we are all one. We're all breathing in the same air. If you don't think we're all one or you're connected to the universe, hold your breath for 12 minutes. And you will see how connected you are to your environment, because you need your oxygen right now. So that's first and foremost, the purpose, living with purpose. If you don't know what your purpose is, go make your purpose and just relentlessly go after it. Number two, make sure service is in there too, serving the other people. That's what we're here now. I'm just doing this because I'm living purposefully. This was the next evolution of Anthony Cheam, Power, Purpose, and Passion podcast. And just so happened that Cam knew the technical side, and Danish and Farah helped me along with this, and they're aligned with their purpose, and we're just helping each other grow and serve the greater good. And so we're on purpose, we're serving. And number three, we love this. Cam loves this. I love this. Farrah loves this. Danish loves this. I just love doing that. I love speaking to people. Love making people feel good. That's what I do. And I hope and I really encourage you to go and make sure those three things are in mind when you're living your daily life, through whatever means you're living it through, whatever delivery system you're living it at. Live purposely with service, and do what you love to do on a consistent basis, and never stop doing it. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. If you love this podcast, we'd love it if you commented or ask any questions. We're going to continue out the Q&A. Comment, subscribe it, share it with other people. We're here to serve you. And to your continued upgrade and evolution, live it up with power, purpose, and passion. God bless you guys. I love you. We love you. And to your endeavors, we wish you the best in happiness and fulfillment. Thanks, guys.